just before we start.
Go, man.
Again, so Firenze. Respect. HULTON.
Yes, man. HULTON, the one and only. Myself, Firenze Phoenix. I'm here with HULTON.
What's up?
And it feels amazing to be back in the place where I first met you.
Yeah.
It's like a real 360 moment, really. 3 years later, we went to see Elijah and just the yellow squares every day, affirmations, and I feel like I've watched you spend the last 3 years drop your own affirmations in every tune. Like, what did you take out of that? Was that a big moment for you? What did you take out of that one?
So yes,
Everybody in Bristol was at that event for a purpose, right? The one
yeah,
with Elijah.
yeah. So the event that we went to, for context, basically Elijah's a guy. I haven't actually tapped into him for a while. That was I think the last time I kind of looked into it, but he puts out positive affirmations to the world.
Yeah.
What I got out of that was for a long time I just went to as many events as I could for two reasons. One, just I was trying to figure out this music stuff because like I had no one's showing me this stuff. Like no one's telling me this is how you do that, that's how you do that. I didn't know anyone. So then I just kind of found as many events as I could, just search on Instagram, searching this, and that's why I went to that event. And then I also went to give out those networking cards that we spoke about.
So you came up to me with a networking card and you didn't give it to me, but you tapped, I feel like you tapped it on my phone and it took me straight to your socials. And it's a simple move.
Yeah.
But I was pretty blown away because it just helped you stand out. It was like, okay, I've never heard the music, but I automatically knew you were like one to watch straight away. Like, talk to me about what you do to stand out. What are your things? How do you stand out in an oversaturated scene? Because you do stand out. But what is it that you do?
How do I stand out?
It's mad because I know it comes natural. So
I tell you, so how do I stand out? So there's a lot of things I do now to stand out, like stand on a ladder and jump over fences.
Listen, the best ladder skill since Jeff Hardy back in the day, bro. You know what I mean?
Shit, bro. But yeah, so standing out now, like standing on ladders, jumping over fences, all of this stuff. So people get some context. Like, I'm not just doing that to have a laugh. I'm not just like climbing up a ladder and jumping over a fence mid-performance to be like, yeah, let's just have a laugh. It's all strategic. It's all like, what can I do? Because you never want to be a grey wall in marketing. You never want to just blend in, like, ever, when you're trying to do something like I'm trying to do. So it's all come with a bit of a strategy of like, what can I do that just stands out? So how I stand out now is just do shit that stands out, whether that's standing on a ladder, jumping over a fence. And so people also know I didn't start doing that just completely confidently. Like the first time I did that ladder thing, like I was so nervous, like I was bricking it.
Could have fooled me. Man did it with such control.
But you like when you find those things that scare you and that you're like a bit embarrassed by, I just see it as like when you've got a knot in your back and you need to like dig your finger into it to like it hurts, but that's how you get rid of it.
Buzz.
And that's how I see this kind of like thing of embarrassment and this kind of thing of like social anxiety is like, yeah, it's scary to stand in a public space and go on a ladder and like play speak, but like it scares me, so I do it. Because then I'm not scared. I could do it, the ladder thing anywhere now because I've done it enough times. But like the first times I was so nervous. But yeah, that's what I think is worth mentioning.
It's so mad because when you look at humans, they say like the human's biggest fear when it comes to like, is doing things in public. It's like up there with heights, large, loud sounds. It's like innate in us. And you've kind of taken that back really because you said that you had the anxiety, but you just massaged it out like a knot.
All right.
It's just buzz. Whilst we're here in the public, like whilst we're here talking about the public and doing work in public, what was your first one? Take me back to that first one where you're like, yo, we're doing this and this is what we're doing.
In public?
Yeah.
I would say to take it all the way back to how I kind of...
first one.
Yeah, to even just how I kind of got, I guess, comfortable. Well, just like learning, like putting myself out there was literally... my first ever like paid job. I used to hand out flyers for like Uber Eats and like shops like Sainsbury's and stuff. I was paid to like go onto the street and I'd have a pack of flyers, like a huge pack of like 500. And my job would be to hand them out. And I just like that doing that in the street. When you see everyone that's watching has seen like someone handing out flyers, you got to put yourself out there. Like every single time, you got to hand flyers to different people. And I know this isn't music related, but my whole thing is it's not just music related. Like it's character development in every aspect of life, really. So that stuff I've learned from that stuff to then do the music stuff to be able to put myself out there and like approach someone, give someone something.
See it there? Transferable skills.
Yeah. Something I got to say as well is, bro. So any musician, anyone trying to do anything with promotion, like people, this is the thing at the moment, marketing changes all the time, but currently meta ads is something that I use a lot to put myself out there and get people to tap into my music on Spotify. And the reason I go so heavy on meta ads and the reason I invest a lot of money on meta ads to like push my music in front of people is because, bro, I've still got the flyers. I had flyers for my songs. So I would like, I bought some flyers just to promote one song, and I literally went out into the street in Bristol, just down there, and I like approached fucking strangers, and I was like, hey guys, here's my flyer, like, can you listen to my song? And I remember that even though I'd done loads of flyering before, that felt more nervous because it wasn't like I'm doing this for Uber. It was more like
personal.
It was personal. But then the reason I'm doing these meta ads is because the one reason that I was doing those flyers was because I wanted one person to click my song and listen to it. And then with these meta ads, bro, I can spend £100 in a day on meta ads and get 500 people. So even £10, I can spend £10 in a day and get 50 people or 45 people to do what I was trying to get them to do with the flyer. So that's why I lean so much on meta ads, and that's how I'm putting myself out there.
Okay, yeah, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. Whilst we are, I want to just stay in the public.
Aye.
So have you got has there been any mad stuff that's happened out in the public? Like any crazy stuff? Because it all looks quite... It all looks quite calm. Like if anything, sometimes people are trying not to vibe.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a British thing, by the way. Like it's wavy. You see this brother on the ladder in the vest. You know it's wavy. Why you trying not to vibe? Couple man are vibing. Like what as a madness ever ensued? Like I have to be honest, like that's the thing, and I think that's been in your brain, like when people see that, and that's probably why the content does what it does on social media, because people see it and they're like, oh, I bet something's about to happen. But we're all just human beings walking around the public. Like it's not like someone's gonna like hit me on the head or stuff like that, but that's what people expect, because they're like, someone's doing something out of the normal, like something crazy is gonna happen. Do you get what I mean? It's like we live in quite a peaceful, luckily grateful, like a peaceful place. Obviously if I did that in certain places that might not go down so well, but nothing crazy has happened. It's just repeats. Okay. Talk to me about the weekly drop, like the weekly drops. Talk to me about the weekly drops. When did you get the idea to do the weekly drops? And what's the purpose of that? What are we building to?
So I guess what's been hammered into my head is Ross and his weekly drops, and that obviously brought him to where he is. And why am I doing the weekly drops? So one reason is because this is what I say, and I was saying this yesterday, there's no straight line to the top. No one knows how to get there, because the top's different for everyone as well, but there's no straight line to wherever you're trying to get to. And so we don't know how to get there, so we just need to put the work in, and however that takes shape. And for me, weekly drops and committing myself to that is just a way of committing to doing the work instead of not committing to doing the work, you know what I mean? So that's why I do it, to commit to do the work. And as well as that, it is that, I guess, pressure kind of that I put on myself to do it has just forced me to keep on creating. And then that's led me to, I no longer write my bars, I just spit them off the dome when I get to the mic. And I wouldn't have learned those skills and become so familiar with the process of putting music out if I didn't commit myself to once a week.
Could committing yourself to that time constraint affect the art?
That's what I like to debate as well, because it's like people are always like, it's like the quality is going to go down because the quantity goes up, but we don't decide the quality. Like the people decide the quality. And think of it, all these artists that we speak about, and they're always like, oh, that song that I didn't think was going to do well popped off. That song that took me 10 minutes popped off. So how is it that we in ourselves can act like we can decide what the art is? What we do is what we do, and then I guess the universe takes it for whatever it is.
Yeah. So I guess you don't really have that battle like art versus strategy then. It sounds like you sound quite happy with what you're putting out. I mean, it's working. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I would say, and again, all of this stuff isn't. I didn't walk into this like to give people context, because the reason I'm really happy doing this interview with you, bro, is just because I spend so much time watching other artists do interviews.
Yeah.
And I take gems from them, so I'm just gonna I'm transparent. So I started this music thing. I always thought I was starting late because and in my eyes it still is late, and I'm still playing catch up. I made my first song when I was 16, and then I put my first song out when I was 18, and I'm here seeing all these young people pop off, and I'm I'm starting late. So I still feel like I'm starting late. So I'm still putting in all the work to catch up. But the point you were saying, what was the question?
I was talking about art versus strategy.
Oh, yeah, so the point I was saying,
that you have in your mind.
Yeah, the point I was saying was I didn't come into this being I know that this is what I should do and that's what I should do. I went through years of not knowing, I need to spend this much time on the song to make it good art, and I need to do this in this certain way. And I think what I've begun to do ever since I've had that video pop off is I've begun to realize that the rules that I've had in my brain aren't, I'm just kicking myself, bro.
You're giving yourself barriers, basically.
100%.
So pretty much is consistency over perfection, because there is no such thing as perfection. When's a song finished? When is art finished? It finishes when you decide it, right? So if 100%. You decide it this slaps, is going out this Thursday and we're moving.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I think when people do see your visuals and they go and find the track and then they see, there's bare tracks here, I think that works to your advantage.
That's how I see it as well. And on that point as well, working to my advantage, social media is something that I've been grappling with. And for context for people watching, and again, the future artists that are trying to make it, that have gone back to find old HULTON videos to see what he was doing. I still haven't figured out social media, but social media is this tool. And I didn't see it as a tool. It's a tool for us to connect with other human beings on planet Earth. 100,000 likes is 100,000 fucking people. Obviously, there's some probably 80,000 people.
Yeah.
But that's real people connecting with your stuff, and I never saw it for that. There's we've all got this embedded I guess weirdness around social media, you're trying to you're trying to get likes, you're trying to do this, but ultimately it's connecting with human beings. So again, I've gone off on you got to stop me when I waffle.
This is gems. This is what I'm here. I want to hear what you're saying. There's no rules.
But the point I'm saying is, and again, so I've gone off on a waffle. But what was the extra question?
So I was talking more about perfection versus just when is a song finished, really?
Yeah.
Instinct versus strategy. This is where we are. This is where we are.
Yeah.
So, and you were kind of talking about, this is where we are.
Uncut gems.
Yeah,
uncut gems. I'm making a podcast. I'm gonna commit to that because I found it's something that I really enjoy doing, and I've been cycling through names of podcasts, and one of them was gonna be Uncut Gems. So I think that's it's your. But the podcast is called Decade by Decade.
Okay, Decade by Decade.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So it seems like you are one of your mantras. When I look at you, when I look at your social media, is all about work ethic, grinding, hustle. These are words that I associate with you. Amazing. It's amazing to have your name alongside those words. Are you always on? Because it looks like you're always on, but then is that an unhealthy thing? I don't know. These are the things that I look at. But are you always on, first off?
Until probably there was a stretch probably for about a year and a half that there was no movies, there was no relaxing, there was no, I ain't got time to go have a meet up with you, I don't have time to do that. It was just literally that period was always on, no relaxing at all. And that's how I saw it. I saw it, you're either relaxing or you're working. That's how I saw it. And I was what I'm doing, there's a long way to go, but what I like to give myself credit for is what I feel like I've done from going from a random white kid that wants to do rap music to actually creating something that could be a like, because the thing happening in the back end of me is I got like different people interested in me, of like people that are managing bigger artists, stuff like that, hitting me up, and it's only after moments like that I'm clocking like, these guys, like, they manage like some of the like biggest artists in the UK, and they're interested in me and they're having calls with me, and I'm like, 3 years ago I was like knocking on these doors and I was like handing out those fucking cards, and like people would never giving me the time of day. So yeah, I give myself credit a little bit from.
I give you credit for that, man.
I appreciate it. But the point I'm getting to is there was a period of time where it was just, you need to lock in so much. You need to block everything out that you once thought your reality was, because to change your reality into like this thing, you need to be so focused. So the question was work, relax. Am I always on? I'm learning to be more off now.
Okay.
But I implore anyone who's trying to change their life that you're going to go through a period of just always on, and that's completely fine.
Yeah, man. Listen to the tune Focus by HULTON. You'll hear the gems. Yeah, definitely.
100%.
So when you're off, what does that look like then? What does off look like? Because you spoke about work or relax. What's in between? What are you doing in there? When does living happen? You know?
Yeah.
And is living important for actually creating?
Yeah, so all of this stuff I'm learning by the day of what living is and stuff, and like other parts of living, because again, focus. You kind of, and I sometimes, bro, I feel like an alien sometimes, because I go outside to the normal world sometimes, and like all I'm doing in my room is like figuring out this music shit. Like these guys did that, like meta ads, releases, content, strategy, all of this stuff. And I'm not like, that's 100% what I'm doing. I ain't doing any bullshit. There's no like skimming Netflix and shit like that.
Yeah.
Focus. And then I go outside and people are talking about like the football game that was on last night, or what, like how bad roast chicken is, whatever. And my brain just can't. And I sometimes, bro, I find it so hard and still now, but I'm learning to be less that, but still now, like when people are just chatting about stuff that, again, everyone's got different things that are important to them, but it's not important to, I'm just focused.
Yeah, I love that though. I love that. And that shows me why you've kind of moved along at such a good rate, because you are focused. Like, and some of these distractions, like I was distracted by the football last night. Do you know what I mean? The football ended, and then I was back to grind mode. But I do plug out. But it is funny when you're around like family or friends, and it's just like they don't even care about what you're doing. They just like you and appreciate you for you. Yeah. And I've heard that you got bars about that. There's something about like, oh, you said something about your family and them understanding. You know what? Remember the bar?
I got a few bars off my head because I remember I was doing them just a while ago. And yeah, shout out to my family, because even if they haven't been able to see it from the start, like they're building into it and supportive. But like lyrics go, my fam think I'm pushing them away, but really trying to make them proud. They ain't understanding me. They'll understand this shit when it's done, but they ain't understanding me right now. Because that's one bar, but a little bit of context on that. Like if you saw my life from an alien view, like a bird's eye view, like I'm up at 5:30 and I'm gym, straight back home, curtains are closed. Something I've been doing since like October last year. Curtains are closed and I'm just on my laptop grinding morning to like, sometimes literally, bro, I just forget to eat fucking meals. I like no breakfast, no lunch. And I've learned to not do that. But obviously my family, when they see like this kid, he's just in his room non-stop working, they get a little bit concerned. But like they're learning about shit. But yeah, like I got bars about all these things.
Yeah, man, I've heard them, and it's just like affirmations all over the bars, man. It's almost like I'm sat here talking to you right now, but it's almost like all the answers are in the music, bro. Like I swear, I love that, man. I love that. If you're feeling demotivated, you need to just go to the DSBs, go to YouTube, and just listen to some HULTON and get moving, man. Aye. So talent versus discipline. How much talent is needed? Is it like how much talent is needed? Like, can the person with 100% talent and no discipline move anywhere in 2026?
Yes, that's always going to be a yes and no question. But my 2 cents on the talent discipline thing is, anyone listening, just like it is literally 2% talent, 3% talent. It's all where your heart is and what you want to do with your life. And that's what counts. I like listen to anyone, my rap songs at the start, they were nothing. They were rubbish. But it's just the discipline. It's when you want something in life, that's what counts. And you need to put in the discipline to make that happen. So I'm all discipline. Talent comes if you really want it. Because if I write 100 songs, the first 10 are gonna from nothing. The first 10 are gonna be shit. By 100, it's gonna be decent. Like we're human beings, we learn. Like that's how we exist. Like when you put your hand on the fire, you don't put your hand in the fire anymore because you've learned. Same with like writing songs or running meta ads or putting content together. You learn. So I'm all about like it doesn't matter what talent you have. It's discipline. Putting
3% talent. That's a big statement. But like. I mean, yeah, some of the most talented people that I know, I mean, life hit them and they couldn't maneuver how they wanted to, or things happened, or they just didn't want it enough, or they were scared of failure, or they were scared of success, which is something that I feel like sometimes I deal with, you know, like, what does that look like if too many eyes are on me? It's mad. I used to think I was scared of failure.
Yeah.
But I'm not, because I've failed loads of things. I'm a human.
Yeah.
But what happens if this works out? What happens? How will they look at me? How will they treat me? What would that person suspect of me? It's deep, man. Like, have you ever thought about like the success and had fear about it, or have you never really thought about it like that?
I have, and for context, and Firenze probably feels this as well, I feel this, like, even though we're speaking now about how clever we are, not how clever we are, but do this and do that, and I've like always had this plan, no matter who you are, no matter what's going on, you're always going to have doubts, and you're always going to have shit days, and you're always going to have days where you feel like no one's on your side, and you're by yourself, and I've had so many of those days. So even though I'm saying all these things now that like, I do this, I do that. Like you still have shit days. But yes, I have felt what you've been saying.
You mentioned earlier about sitting down with certain people at labels, or just informal meetings and formal meetings and discussions. What do they want from you? And what do you want from them? Do you want anything from them? What's going on there? What do they want from you?
This is my take on it, is ultimately this whole music thing, we're all just like a bit of a business. And all it is there's this business called HULTON, and he's constantly putting in work. And these guys are just people that have been in this business, and they've got a bird's eye view of things, and they can be like, okay, this business over here, the HULTON business, like he's got the engines on, he's moving. Like we see potential in that. We can help him go all the way. That's what I think they see in me. They see someone just putting in the work, and someone that isn't dealing with like doing the bullshit of I kind of want this. No, this business wants it. So that's what I think they see in me. And your other question.
But okay, what would you want from them? What would make you go, okay, let me put the name on the line?
Yeah.
Because looking at how you're doing it, you've moved far. And obviously, I know that there's help. There's certain people, because no man's an island, right? But you're independent.
I would tell you on that,
you define DIY.
What I would tell you on that, yeah, people say, and I say, I've got lyrics about this in my songs. Like people think that I've got a team, had a team. Like there's like I'll call them like people that have kept an eye on me, like I guess guardians or whatever, like that have seen, oh, he's doing this, maybe don't do that, maybe do that.
Yeah.
But I need to give myself credit for all of them times, all of them days that I was just putting it all together myself, which is still today. So yeah, and regarding what I would want from labels, from things like that, for the time being, I think I'm just gonna run it as well. Take everything naturally.
Yeah.
Whatever feels organic. That's what I say.
What can they do for you that you can't do yourself? Like honestly, I'm not here to say, yo, don't sign. If man want to sign. There's some amazing labels out there doing great things, but
yeah.
I just can't see what they can do for you.
No. I would say we can always be benefited.
Yeah.
We can always be benefited. So I'm far from unneeding of help.
No, man.
I
I'm looking
benefit a
at,
lot.
no, of course. Like I said, no man's an island. But trust me, like I don't think them putting you on a tune out in like Poland is gonna do.
100.
It might do a madness for
100.
you. You might do a few shows out there, but like trust me, you're mashing work on your own. Like
100.
yeah. So,
But what I do say again, this whole music thing, like someone told me this the other day, like someone, a manager of a big artist in the UK, he said that the whole industry is a facade, and I think we all, as you slowly start doing this stuff and you start leaning into it, you understand it is a facade. Like this whole music industry, this, that, it's all a business. It's all like strategy and it's all a business. And maybe me saying that is discrediting the art but this is the thing I think as well, and I know I'm waffling, but
no, you're not. This is big.
But like when you have when someone is actually the artist, or this is how I see it. Sometimes like the person that looks crazy on the street and is like shouting and like looking a bit crazy, they don't think they're crazy. They're just doing their thing. And because they're not walking around the street going, oh, I feel so crazy. No, they're just doing their thing. And that's kind of how I see it with art, is like the true artists, they don't really know that that's what they're doing. They're just living life. So I don't know, maybe if I give myself a better, maybe I am doing some crazy art, but I just can't really see it, if you know what I mean. But the point I'm making, I was going on the business stuff, is it's a facade, and labels, the HULTON business, if Apple, call it a little iPhone company is me and Apple, of course Apple would be able to benefit the little iPhone company, the little phone company. So I'm saying I could benefit from label help. 100.
Yeah, for sure. So you've mentioned what's working right now. You've spoken about meta ads. What do you see that artists are doing that they should stop doing? Because a lot of your music is do this, do that. This is working for me. Hey, maybe you could do it too. You could try it too. Let's do this. That's what I hear, and it gasses me. Yeah. But what should artists stop doing?
What should artists stop doing? This is the thing. What should artists stop doing, and what should any dream chaser stop doing?
What should any dream chaser
stop doing? You need to. It's hard to decide what you want in life, but whatever you think you want in life, just go for it. Just go for it. No half-assing it. Just go for it. And then if you do that, and then you can actually see, once you've got it, do I actually want it? No. Yes. So whatever you think it is that you want, just go for it 100%, because that's the quickest way you're going to find out if you actually want it or not. So that's one thing. So then with that, get up a bit earlier. Don't go out. 50 Cent says this, so many people say this. Who are you hanging out with? If those people are all just doing drugs all the time, going out all the time, no focus in life, they're talking about like smashing that girl, like doing that with that girl, and like no focus, whether it's girl or guy, just what I advise people is just listen to David Goggins, Alex Hormozy, Chris Williamson. Listen to people that have created these platforms to speak about achieving your best, highest potential.
Stephen Bartlett.
And credit to those guys. But yeah, plain and simple, watch who you're hanging out with, put in the work, and put in more work.
Damn. I hear that. So what's one mistake that you see new artists make? Have you clocked something and you're like,
Yes.
No.
That's the thing. So many, I got lyrics, all of these things. You can go through my lyrics and like there's little things that I say, but like these guys ain't really these rappers ain't really rappers. They're just guys that are coming and going. It's never been easier to be an artist these days, to be a rapper these days. And that's why you're just going to have so many people come in and come out. So one thing I would say is just like, for anyone, just keep moving, like keep doing shit, because I've got nothing against loads of people coming into the music space, because there was nothing telling me to go into the music space. I just kind of wandered in as well. But what mistakes I see people make, a quick answer is just not working hard enough. Period.
Damn. And you keep saying it, and it's funny because everyone knows it. But what are artists doing about it?
Yeah, and one more lyric that comes off. What are the artists doing about it? Not much, and that's why you got to do it. But another lyric that just comes to my mind now is, all I'm doing is putting in work. The minute I win, they ask me how, and that's I can't remember what song that's from, but that kind of concept, like brings together what we're talking about. Is like I'm putting in all the work, and then when they see the wins and the big shows, they're like, "How's he doing? How's he doing it?"
And it's like,
it's
yo,
the work.
I've been sleeping. No, I've been working non-stop.
That's the
Even when I
secret.
sleep is strategic. It's like I've been working. Like they're not. That's a bar still. I like that, man. I like that. It's so funny because like I've noticed a lot of people. I've been clocking a lot of the UK scene. Sometimes it's not even laziness. Everything they do has been like had some sort of funding behind it, and they can only move when the funding kind of allows them to. So the
Yeah.
music's there, but they don't know how to fish. Like you really been out here like eating what you kill, man. Like, but there's some people, it's not even that they're lazy. They actually just, they kind of were lucky enough to secure such and such a funding or lottery money or this fund. Like, have you clocked those people? You must have clocked some of them. Like, or maybe not. Or maybe not.
No, I'll always keep it 100% and I'm focused. I got tunnel vision.
I hear it.
For the past however months, I've taken like 99% of my contacts on my phone. I got like 6 people on my phone as my contacts. Got off also like DMs, got off WhatsApp, got off all of this, and I just focus. So my answer to that is no, but I haven't really been spending the time to look.
Yeah. I can tell that about you anyway, man. I remember one time I reached out to you and then you reached back a few weeks later and you were like, "Raw, I've just been focused. Like I didn't even see this X, Y, Z." And I was like, I felt no way about it because I want you to win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I appreciate that. Do you know what I mean? So, bruv, just keep pushing. When you think about the wider world, there's a whole world out there, right? Obviously, I know you can speak Spanish, but there's a whole English-speaking world out there. Like, how do you kind of see listeners? Do you see it global or are you focused on the UK? How do you see it?
I see it as anyone that's listening to my music is just a human being that's hearing certain lyrics and deciding in themselves whether or not, like, they can't really make the decision. It just kind of happens in themselves, like connecting with it or not connecting with it. So
you
whether
you don't think I
England,
need to nail down London, I need to nail down Bristol, UK. You just
strategically,
think, well,
the business side of me probably says yes, but then to answer your question of like where the audience is and connecting with them, it's whatever human Homo sapien on this planet that listens to the stuff that I put out and connects with it. Like, wherever they are, like the more I kind of push and grow this music, like more ears will hear it. It's kind of confusing answer.
Bruv, I like it. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Hey, listen, so going back to the public performances, so I'm kind of thinking about where have you actually done your public performances? Where have they been? And have you got any visions to kind of take that around the country and just see how different cities or towns take it in? Or is that something that you've done and I've just missed it? So talk to me.
Where have I been doing it? So firstly, the ladder, I've been lugging that ladder around for ages, bro. It's mad. I got videos on my phone of me like coming back from the station super late with this huge ladder on my back, and I'm just like, one day this will be worth it. But yeah, I've done them in London and Brighton. And London, the reception is always a lot bigger, and that is more time because there's so many tourists there that ain't got much else to do. So they see anything happening, they'll sit and watch.
Pull up at Piccadilly Circus and just shut it down.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, I love that. What's it like in Brighton?
Brighton is, I can't lie, more people just kind of passing by, not really paying too much attention. But ultimately, it's all kind of within the like, I'm not doing that performance for them. I'm doing it for the people on the internet, and like that I don't see as like a bad thing. I'm doing it because it connects with people on the internet, not in real life. So
have you had any kind of motivation to go, oh, let me just touch a, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a town, a Manchester, but even
Birmingham.
like a Newquay or a just a random spot just to see.
I have. However, there's an opportunity cost with everything we do with our time, and my brain sees other things as more worth my attention at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Before we wrap up, I was wondering, who would you like to shout out in terms of like that's really kind of been like a driving force behind you, really?
I got 4 posters on my wall back home.
Oof. Go on, tell the people.
I'll tell them who each of them are. And having posters in your room, I think, is really important. Just remind yourself like who do you look up to, like who's a bit of an inspiration. And first on that poster is David Goggins, and it just says "work harder" under his poster. Big inspiration. Showed me that we've got so much more potential than we understand as humans, and we just leave it on the table so much. So tapping into him. 1, 2. Francis Ngannou, you know him.
Of course, I know him, man. Like walked across a continent to make it.
And what I got written on that poster is "Don't complain," because we need to remember, bro, we're so lucky. Like, I'm so like grateful for like just being able to just have the things that we have. We haven't had to work in the coal mine or walk across a continent and risk our life to get what you can be lacking in other places. And so yeah, just Francis Ngannou is a big inspiration. Everything that he's done. Alex Hormozy has to be a massive one. He's someone that I've watched and learned a huge amount from, who's really pushed the message of work. And something that he said that I resonate a lot with is 90% of success is just doing the obvious thing for an extended period of time without convincing yourself you're smarter than you are. And that, I think, kind of sums up everything that I'm trying to do as well. And the last one is Ross.
You keep talking about them, and them. I'll just stay here taking tickets, man.
Bless, bro.
Free tickets. Listen, before we sign out, yeah, free tickets. If you're watching right now, put free tickets in the comments.
Aye.
Man, do you know what? My favorite thing that you've done, bar none, and has become a personal mantra, yeah, and I implore everyone right now listening to this, listen, never miss a day. You never know when it's your lucky one. Like,
100%, bro.
But I tell myself that all the time. And I'm like, just thank you for putting that in a bar. Like, it is mad how many people will just walk past you whilst you're saying that and probably not even put that into practice. But man, I'm telling you, I've put that into practice.
Never miss a day you don't know when it's your lucky one. It's
yeah,
important.
man. It's important. What's the next bar?
What's the next bar? No, so I'll never miss a day. Yep. The next bar has to be this, and that's just trust and discipline. TID.
Yeah, man. Big. Respect.
Respect, bro.
Start now. Might be rich when the summer's done.
Hey, that's it. Well done, anyone that's listened the whole way through.
Yeah, man. Free tickets.
One day I'll be a big show of everyone that commented that.
Love that. You're a G.
Nah, bro.
You're a G. Yo, man. You're a hella comfortable person to like just chat to.
I appreciate it, bro.